We now return to wild animal handlers. The African elephant can reach a height of 13 feet and weigh as much as 15,000 pounds. It is the largest of the Earth's land animals. Although it is a plant eater and has no natural enemies, working with them in captivity can be dangerous. In 1991, a research paper based on labor statistics concluded that the most dangerous profession in the United States was being an elephant keeper. Are injuries and deaths caused by elephants accidental? Experts differ somewhat in their opinions.
The element of danger is that the animal moves wrong and moves into a keeper and pushes the keeper against the wall or steps on a portion of the keeper that it causes a severe injury just because of the disparity of size.
We don't know that they actually mean to kill a person, but we do know that they mean to do harm. And those who want to work with elephants know the dangers going in.
Attacks have occurred. Why? Can they be prevented? On those points, there is some agreement.
I think that abuse results in abuse. So I think if you really focus on what we would call rewards instead of punishments, I think you have a much, much, much better chance of not seeing that really erratic, abnormal behavior. And it is abnormal behavior.
When the 1991 report was issued, the zoo community took it seriously.
It was meant to be a wake-up call to say, look, we need to improve what we're doing both for the health and welfare of the animal as well as the safety of the staff.
The Indianapolis Zoo in Indiana has one of the foremost elephant programs in the United States. Its goals require what is called free contact with their 5 female adults. This means no protective separation between elephant and human. If an elephant became excited or angry, a keeper would be defenseless. The keepers believe adhering to a consistent routine is key to having a safe program. Handlers start the day by feeding the elephants. Feeding is a time when the keepers must be particularly alert. Elephants sometimes steal food from each other, which can cause dangerous, aggressive behavior. To prevent this, the animals are taught manners. To show everyone that they have finished eating, the elephants are trained to raise their trunks. They then wait until the others are done. Elephants travel great distances in the wild. At Indianapolis, the keepers walk the elephants for 2 to 5 hours every day. Walking prevents bacteria from accumulating on the animal's feet because it wears down their pads and nails. In captivity, elephants don't walk as much, so keepers use disc sanders and X-Acto knives to give them pedicures. In order to safely undertake procedures like this, keepers must train the elephants to perform what are called behaviors.
We teach these elephants these kind of behaviors like lifting up their feet so we can work on their feet. We teach them behaviors to lay down so we can scrub their back and take care of them on a daily basis. It also teaches the animals how to learn and really keeps them active mentally.
Historically, circus elephants have always performed behaviors for their audiences, though most people think of them as tricks. Being able to understand how elephants think and communicate is critical to maintaining a safe program.
They communicate to each other behaviorally with body language, flaring the ears or flipping their tail or their trunk or just changing position slightly. And we are attempting to learn what those behaviors mean.
In fact, individual elephant behavior profiles are now compiled nationally. Among other things, they allow animals that exhibit threatening behavior to be pinpointed before a tragedy occurs. One elephant communication study carried out at the Indianapolis Zoo involved playing audio recordings of elephants in the wild to the elephants at the zoo. No one knew how the animals would react.
Here we go.
At first, the elephants stood motionless. Then they formed a circle. The keepers believe this is an expression of excitement, perhaps fear. The research into understanding elephants has paid off.
Zookeepers, many of them, can think like elephants. They do understand the animals they work every day with, and they can see the signs of aggression coming on.
That understanding became extremely important when the keepers at Indianapolis conducted a groundbreaking experiment. For the first time anywhere in the world, they artificially inseminated one and then a second African elephant. The procedure was developed by Thomas Hildebrandt and Frank Goritz from IZW, an Institute for Reproductive and Wildlife Medicine in Berlin, Germany. The mutual trust the keepers have formed with their animals made it safe enough for the procedure to be possible. The animals were fully alert. No drugs were administered. Standing on pedestals above their keepers, they calmly allowed the operation to be performed. The artificial insemination was a success. After 22 months, the first mother delivered a calf. The keeper's concern now is whether it will survive to adulthood. Only 25 African elephants have ever been born in North America. Half of them died before they were a year old. In some ways, the excitement over bringing new elephants into the world goes to the heart of why many handlers expose themselves to dangerous animals of all kinds.
It's the long-term future of those animals that's of interest to us. And it's easy with some sort of isolated incident to sensationalize it and lose sight of what's truly important. Telling the stories that need to be told about the plight, if you will, of animals worldwide.
The cat.